Good morning, everyone. It's Farmer Abraham. I'm just kidding. It's Mrs. Abraham. But we're going to learn about the farm today. We're going to start our farm unit. We're going to make a farm book. We're going to do a lot of things and learn about animals this week and next week. So before we get started, let's sing My Dear Jesus. Let's slap and clap, okay? My dear Jesus, my dear Jesus, bless my day. Bless my day. Help me to be like you. Help me to be like you in all ways. In all ways. All right, well, we're going to get started right away. I want to ask you, what is your favorite farm animal? Think about it for a little bit. There's lots of different farm animals. I have some of them right here in front of us. There's cows. There's pigs that like to play in the mud. There's horses. There's sheep or lambs. You guys are all little lambs. There's chickens. Also on my poster over here, I don't know, Eli, can you see the poster over here? There's also goats that live on farms. And dogs live on farms. Cats live on farms. Geese and ducks, and even some farms have llamas and other animals. So lots of different animals live on farms. Well, today we're going to learn about the farm, and we're going to read a book about farm animals. So let's take a look at this book. Oh, before we even read that book, I want to just show you this picture. This is a farm called Green Meadows Farm. Some of you might have gone there before. Some of you might go there this summer later. So this is a really nice farm. It has lots of animals that you can touch and learn about. And this big building right here is called, do you know what it's called? It's called a silo. Called a silo. And then this is one of the barns. Lots of times barns are painted red. So silos are big tall buildings that sometimes at farms they use to store things that they grow. Things they might store corn in there, they might store grain in there. I think some dairy farms have certain kinds of silos that they store milk in. So that's what a silo is called, or that's what it's for. But they're fun to look at, and they're also fun to say. All right, let's read about farm animals. Here's my book called Farm Animals. This is a funny book, and I want you, when I read this book, if there's a sound that we make, I want you to make the sound with me that the animal makes. Farm animals. The animals that live on the farm help us in many ways. Some give us eggs, some give us wool for clothes. Some give us meat. Some give us milk to drink. Do you know who does what? Well, let's learn. Those are some sheep. This is a lamb or a sheep. Baa, baa. My mom is an ewe. My dad is a ram. And me? Well, I'm a fluffy lamb. Did you know in the summer, farmers shear their sheep? That means that they use some kind of a special tool to cut the extra wool. That's what lambs and sheep have on their skin. The extra wool off of the sheep. And the farmers, that helps the sheep to keep cool, and the farmers keep the wool, and some people make clothing out of it. That's a special thing that lambs do for us. Ooh, there's a puppy. A sheepdog. He says, woof, woof. I help the farmer to herd his sheep. Then I lie in my basket and fall fast asleep. I wag my tail when I'm happy and glad. I yelp and howl when I'm feeling sad. Did you know farmers use whistles to talk to their dogs and tell them what to do? That's pretty cool. Oh, we know this animal. What does this animal say? Oink, oink. I grunt and I snort and I dig about. I look for roots with my pink piggy snout. That's the pig's nose. When it's hot, I roll in the mud or a pool. It's the only way I can keep my cool. Did you know that pig meat is called pork? Ham, bacon, and sausages are all different kinds of pork that we get from pigs. Ooh, there's a chicken. Chickens make lots of sounds. One of them is a cock-a-doodle-doo. That's a rooster. I strut around, I scratch the ground. I'm fine, I'm proud, and I'm very loud. Cock-a-doodle-doo. And this chicken is called a hen. I scratch for food with my chicken feet, and I lay eggs for you to eat. And she might say, cluck, 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 cluck. Did you know chickens cannot fly very far? They use their wings just to fly up to a perch at night, just to fly up and sit on a kind of like a shelf. Here's a great animal at the farm, the cow. Cows say, moo. Did you know milk is used to make butter, cheese, yogurt, and ice cream? I am a cow. Hear me moo. I make milk. It's good for you. And yummy too. Here's a horse. Horses say, neigh. I stand up all day. I eat grass and hay. But what I like best is to gallop and play. Did you know that horses used to be used to pull plows and carts on the farm? So farmers didn't have big tractors. They had to use horses and other animals to plow their fields. Here's a duck. See me waddle, hear me quack. I duck underwater for a weedy snack. I'm always looking for food to eat. I splash all day with my wings and feet. There's some ducks in the water. Did you know that ducks have waterproof feathers to keep them dry? And of course ducks say, quack, quack, quack. And you know what else? Some ducks give us eggs that people can eat. Here's a goat. Goats say, bleat, bleat. I have a beard and horns. It's a beard hanging down. I'm a billy goat. When it's cold, I keep warm in my woolly coat. In the fields, I skip around. See how high I leap and bound? Did you know that goat's milk can be used to make tasty cheeses? And people drink goat's milk too. Here's a cat. Cats live on farms. They have an important job. And they say, meow. During the day, I wash my paws. But when nighttime comes, I sharpen my claws. I sneak around the barn or house. I'm ready to pounce on an unlucky mouse. Cats have special eyes so they can see really well at night. And that's when they catch some of the mice on the farm. Here's a goose. I hang out by the pond where I like to be the boss. Mess with me and I'll become cross. Then I'll honk and hiss just like this. Honk, honk, hiss. Geese eat grass. They pull it up with their strong beaks. So that's our book about farm animals. Well, today we're going to make the cover for our very own farm animal book. I want to show you. Here's your farm animal. This is my farm animal book that I made. And on it says it's called Down on the Farm. Down on the Farm. And this big building, what do you think that is with the top? Kind of looks like this building that I showed you. It's called a silo. That's the silo. So you're going to make a silo and the barn. And lots of times barns have windows that are kind of like this big rectangle window. And a square barn door that can open. And guess what's behind it? An animal. I have a chicken laying on her eggs behind my barn door. So you, in your packet that I gave you, have all the same stuff. You have a paper that looks like this. And if you look really closely at yours, it has some pencil lines on it that I made. And you have the words Down on the Farm. Whoops. And you have the top of the silo. And you have the door. And something else. You have a farm animal. Everybody has a different farm animal. This is a cow. So I'm going to show you today how we're going to make it. You want it to end up looking just like this. Except for this one doesn't have the words Down on the Farm on it. And there's a pig behind that door. Alright, so I want to show you what we're going to do. So we're going to take our red paper. And you need to get a black crayon. So I have a black coloring crayon right here. And you're going to take your crayon right on the lines, the pencil lines. And you're going to trace the pencil lines, okay? So watch what I do. I'm going to trace those pencil lines. Remember to hold your crayon like a 4-year-old or a 3-year-old if you're still 3, but not like a 2-year-old. Hold it like a big kid. And trace those lines right on your barn. I'm tracing the lines on my barn. See, I did that? So now this is where my silo will be, and this is the top of the barn. And then there's a rectangle with a big X. You have to trace your rectangle with your big X. I'm holding my crayon just like a big kid. See, so it looks just like that. I finished my line down here at the bottom. There we go. All right, now you're going to take the top of your silo and you're going to put some glue on it. So you'll need to get a glue stick. I have a glue stick here. And the silo goes just like that. Okay, so I don't need to put glue all over the top of my silo. I only need to put glue down here on the bottom part. I'm going to put one line of glue down there, and then I'm going to stick it right on that crayon line that I drew. See? And I got to hold it and count 1, 2, 3 so it stays. Now I have the door, and my door, well, you know what? Before I do the door, I'm going to do the words. Down on the farm. So I'm going to put my words right here underneath. Right underneath that line that I drew. So I'm going to get my glue stick. Where did you go, glue stick? And I'm going to put some glue on the back. And I'm going to put it right on my cover like that. And you want to make sure that someone can read the words, so you don't want them to be upside down. Down on the farm. Now I'm going to do my door. So if you look at your door, you'll see that I folded it just like that. The part I want you to put the glue on is the folded part. I don't want you to put the glue on here or on here because we want our door to be able to open so we can see the animal inside, right? So we're going to take our glue stick and see the folded part, and we're just going to put the glue right on that folded part. It's hard to do it up in the air. So I only have glue on this part. Now I'm going to stick it on my book. Okay? And you have to hold it down and count 1, 2, 3. Now it's going to stay, and look, I can open it. I can open and close my barn door. And then I can take my farm animal. I have a cow. You have to tell me what you have. And I'm going to put my cow right inside my farm. And then I can close the door so he doesn't get out. And now I made my Down on the Farm book. And if you want to use a pencil or a marker or a crayon and write your name, you can have your mommy and daddy write bye, that says bye, and then you can write your name, and I'll write Mrs. Abraham. There, I made the cover for our farm book. I made my first part. Now let me show you what the farm book looks like when we get it all done. So we have our Down on the Farm, our cover that we just made together. And if you didn't have time to do it yet, you can do it when you get done watching me. And inside we have a pig rolling in the mud, and we have a cow eating some grass. We have a horse eating some hay. We have a chicken who laid an egg and is eating some chicken feed. And we have 2 ducks on the pond. So you'll get to make all those pages. You have all those pages in your supplies. Let me put my glue stick away. And then I have Cock-a-doodle-doo, a Day on the Farm book to read you. Are you ready? This is a fun book. It tells all about things that happen in a day on the farm. There's the cover. You see a rooster getting ready to wake everybody up, I think. Cock-a-doodle-doo, the rooster is crowing. The day is beginning. Here comes the sun, rising over the hill. All around the farm, the animals are waking up. The cows are mooing. It's milking time. High on the hill, the lambs are playing. Down in the field, the farmer is working. There's the farmer in his tractor. Over in the orchard, the rabbits are hopping. They look like they're eating flowers and grass probably. An orchard is where they grow apples, apple trees. Close by in the yard, the hens and geese are pecking. They're pecking the ground to eat their food. We'll learn about that when we learn about chicken. The goat is in the garden where the vegetables are growing. Uh-oh. I think he might want to eat some of those vegetables. The pigs are in their sty, and they're feeding and wallowing in the mud. That's a funny word, wallowing in the mud. That means they're rolling in the mud. Here comes the rain. The ducks are happily splashing. Ducks like rain. The horses in the stable are warm and dry. Now the day is ending. The cows are coming home. In the darkness outside, the owl is calling. Choo-wit, choo. That's kind of what owls say. Choo-hoo. The farm cat and dog are safe and snug inside. Good night. Well, that's the end of our first day of the farm. We'll have some more lessons. We'll learn about cows and pigs this week. So let's sing our goodbye song. You ready? Now it's time to end our day, end our day, end our day. Now it's time to end our day. Jesus bless our day. See you later, everybody.